someone, but you can't act on it because it's inappropriate for whatever reason, like you work together or he's your dad. It is always something. I went on a date with this alcoholic, and he said he always drives drunk, but he drives a Prius. So although he is endangering lives, he's also saving the environment. It's not always black and white. I can't even joke about drunk driving, though, because I've personally quit drinking and smoking pot. Thank you. Which is very inconvenient when I'm trying to come down from a Coke binge. Seems like as soon as you get into a relationship, they just start trying to change you into something that you're not, like employed. I mean, if getting a job was easy, then everyone would have one. But they ask completely unreasonable questions at job interviews. They'll be like, what separates you from all the other candidates who want this position? Well, for starters, I'm probably the one who wants it the least. Do you know Microsoft Word? I know MySpace. It's like... Hey, you know how sometimes you Google someone for 5 hours? Then you see him out in the real world, you act like you don't know him. Welcome to my world. I went to the gynecologist this week, and he said that everything looks good. Really good. I had to stop seeing my therapist because he kept finishing my sentences with things I wasn't gonna say. Like, I'd be like, I don't know, I'm just feeling, and he'd be like, suicidal. And I'd be like, no, like a nap. I have a 90, I don't want to brag, but I have a 90 Toyota Corolla. Thank you, stop, please. And I think the reason that it's never been broken into or stolen is that the car thieves approach my car and they say, you know something, this person's one of us. We're gonna back off this one. I would love to sell this car, but I wouldn't be able to tell someone that they should buy it. I mean, I might as well be saying, it's a great little car. Just to let you know, there is no engine. Neither of the doors or the windows work, so you do get to crawl in through the sunroof. It is an adventure. What else? There is one resident. He is a homeless man. His name is Terry. Pretty much keeps to himself. He likes to sit in the passenger seat. He's just like a dog. If you act scared, he will attack. Otherwise, it is smooth sailing. I was talking to my mom today. Does anyone else have parents? Good. And my mom, whenever the cell phone cuts out, she's not only baffled by it, but she feels the need to explain it. So we'll be talking and the cell phone will cut out and I'll call her back and she'll be like, whoa, I don't know what happened. You were there and then you weren't there anymore. The cell phone must have dropped a call. And then the same thing will happen again and I'll call her back and she'll be like, whoa, I don't know what happened. I I must have driven through a hot pocket. Mom, are you in a microwave? Okay, that is your first problem. She always gets off the phone with me by acting like it's my idea. So I'll be like, hey, how's it going? And she'll be like, everything's good. Well, it sounds like you're busy. I'm not busy, I just called you. Well, I know, honey, but I know you got things to do. It sounds like you're busy. When I call my dad, he can talk about the food that he ate for an entire conversation. Be like, hey, how's everything going? Everything's good. I had an Italian dinner this week, some pasta, some meat sauce, some garlic toast. Like, he'll just keep going on and on. Well, Dad, it sounds like you're busy. I went to see a band this week. Does anyone else have parents? And bands, when they do encores, they'll just leave the stage when they're not done playing all their songs, and they won't come back to play the songs they already know they're going to play until the audience makes enough noise for them to play them. Like, in no other profession would this fly. Like, you go to the dentist, you're getting some work done. Dentist just leaves the room. The hygienist is like, we'd like to finish your root canal. We're just not sure how bad you want it. You could maybe make a little noise, show some enthusiasm. You're like, ah. She's like, that's great, but the dentist can't hear you. Come on, root canal. I was at this party and I saw this guy alone in the corner playing air drums. And if you're gonna play a 15-minute air drum solo to Rock Lobster, you might as well just stand up and yell, I'm average! This other guy came up to me and he was like crazy back cracker guy. He was like, hey, let me crack your back. And I was like, that's cool, I'm all set. But he was surrounded by a group of people endorsing him, like, yeah, you should let him crack your back. He just cracked ours and we feel great. And I was like, all right. So he lifted me in the air, and everyone's looking at me expectantly because he's like the hero of the party at this point. For some reason, my back didn't crack, which was very awkward. And I found myself wishing that a back cracking was something you could fake. I have to get out of here, but I have a friend who's very passive aggressive, and she'll say what she means, but she'll like laugh through it to negate it. So she'll be like, that was really uncool how you said you weren't going out tonight, but you showed up at the party anyway. And I'll be like, are you mad at me? And then she'll be like, no, I just would never do that to a friend, but I guess you're not a real friend.